are in Istanbul, Turkey, ABC News senior foreign correspondent. What is the latest? We're hearing that Saudi Arabia is getting ready to announce that, yes, they might have had something to do with this.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're now 2 weeks since this Washington Post columnist, American resident, Saudi citizen, walks in the front of the consulate here in Istanbul and is never seen of again. And I guess maybe someone who calculated that nobody would ask any questions, well, they were wrong. Everyone's been asking questions from Saudi Arabia to here in Turkey to over there in the States, and they're going to have to come up with some answers. We are told that the explanation will be they were trying to abduct him. They were trying to render him back to Saudi Arabia. Something went wrong, and that's how he ended up dead. Rogue killers was the phrase used by President Trump, right? A group of 15 men with a bone saw land in Istanbul airport, and apparently their intention is to abduct him. I'm not so sure anyone's going to swallow it, but let's wait and see what the actual explanation is. Secretary of State Pompeo is there right now talking to the Saudis. Then he's coming here to Turkey, and then back to Washington, D.C. So we're waiting to find out, the details of his trip. Will he brief the president? Will the president have something to say?
I want to talk about these 15 men from Saudi Saudi Arabia who arrived on these two planes. We keep hearing this bone saw. Do we have evidence that these two private planes landed and one of the pieces of luggage was a bone saw?
I know you couldn't make it up, right? Okay, ABC News definitely has evidence that these two private jets landed from Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, landed here in Istanbul very early in the morning. I think it was like 3 a.m. local time, ahead on the same day that the meeting took place, and they both departed that very same day. Saudi state TV seemed to portray this as a tourist trip somehow. So they arrive in darkness. They take off a few hours later. They're in one of the world's great tourist destinations. This is a stunning city, but they don't seem to spend very long doing much tourism. And apparently there's a bone saw in the luggage. Now, we haven't been shown any evidence that there was a bone saw there, just as we haven't actually been shown the apparent evidence of audio recordings of him being interrogated, tortured, and murdered. We've just had that from Turkish sources, but it's obviously been enough to force the Saudis into a position where they've had to open the consulate to investigators. We saw that last night, these teams swooping in, forensic experts getting kitted up, heading into the consulate there. They're then going to go to the Saudi consul's residence today and going to do a search there. And also this van, CCTV footage was released, this closed-circuit television footage by the Turks showing this MPV vehicle, this blacked-out vehicle, moving from the consulate to the residence. There's a suspicion that perhaps he had been in there, not necessarily in one piece, but they want to also do a forensic search of that.
Ian Pannell, ABC News senior foreign correspondent in Istanbul, Turkey. Be safe and watch your back. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah.